Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit, your weekly dose of car news, Fanking, conspiracies, my towns, your towns, my cars, crap cars, and your favourite, Eat My Bag.
That was an exceptionally coherent and concise introduction to exactly what this show is, especially the bit about it being weekly, because it actually was.
What, did you say about it being weekly?
Say what?
Have you seen the meme?
Which one? There's so many good memes that involve
You know the
that.
one. Do that. Do it quickly. No, keep going. Keep going.
Something mean the boys.
Anyway, for Unicorn only, I'm just getting straight into it, people. I'm not messing around.
Are they getting a special deal?
They're getting a special deal. I was like, what special thing can we do this week?
Need something to
just
clean up with. It's so exciting.
Just 20% off everything. 20% off everything.
Oh.
Go to the Mighty Car Mods website, type in Unicorn20, UNICORN 20, 20% off everything. I'm going to turn it off in like a day or so. So if you get it now, it's going to work. Apple tab that, or whatever the version is on your PC.
We really need to look at the quality of the script of this show, because we're just going off script way too much.
We've never been on script, Martin. Have we?
We're going off script too much.
We live off the script.
You know what, people? You might have just seen on that other channel where there's other guys who did that other show, that the the world's best micro JDM
is the news.
Car.
Let's jump into the news. Welcome to the news on Mighty Car Mods. You might have seen on that other channel, inferior entertainment. As far as I'm concerned, Martin's bought another car.
I have bought another car. And why? Because if you can't beat them, join them. Well, we didn't beat anyone with our little Daihatsu Peroggio in Malaysia.
Didn't we beat one person that crashed?
Well, they didn't crash. They just never started the race.
Okay.
So they entered and I think bought their car and then never started. So I'm not saying that we came last, but we kind of did. But we still did 160 laps, which I was very proud of. If you haven't seen it, click it. You probably have. And if you have seen it, hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun making it and very, very, very challenging. What happened at that race? We got chopped by Copans.
Yep.
They were so fast.
Yep. They were chopping us.
They were chopping us, and they were 4-cylinder. They sounded excellent.
How much smoother is 4-cylinder than 3? You know what I mean?
It's one smoother.
No, it's 100 smoother, isn't it?
Smoother.
Really? It's like 5-cylinder's the best.
Smoother.
If you've got 3, 4, or 5, 5 is the best.
No.
And then
5's not the best.
Yeah, 5's absolutely the best. Ask any Volvo
weird. There's
owner
literally two cars
or
in
any
the world.
RS3 owner.
There's some Volvo weirdos. There's a couple of Ford Focus weirdos, and then there's
anyway,
RS3
3
weirdos.
cylinders as clunky as a tractor with 3 wheels, isn't it?
They sound so good. They sound so good.
Whereas
though.
the 4-cylinders just humming along like your cat.
Yeah.
How's your cat doing?
It got stuck in the roof.
Did it?
Yeah, and it just shat in the roof.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did it stink?
Well,
Did you clean it up?
I was doing some repairs and I'd had a bit of like plaster off, and the cat thought it'd be a good idea to go in there, and then I plastered it, and then like an hour later
You buried your cat? You entombed your cat?
I did.
Is it still there?
No.
No, did
I
you
heard it.
Oh, did you freak out?
No, I didn't. The cat was being a dickhead. Get out of my roof, you dickhead! I literally said those words to the cat. Going, meh. I didn't see it for like 2 days because I just decided that I'm shit. And so the feeling's mutual. Anyway, we got chopped so hard by Copans that I had to understand it. Obviously, we couldn't bring our mad little Peroggio home. I had a Daihatsu itch to scratch, and so I got myself a little Copan, and it's been absolutely excellent.
The video's out.
Click the thing.
Have a look. Is it, Martin? After 16 years.
400.
That way?
There's only 400 of those little things in Australia, so they're actually quite rare. There's only 400 two-door
400 is not
SCIs
about exclusivity or rarity. It's because that is the potent number of interested parties for such
They sold
a car.
really well.
Yeah.
They actually sold really well.
Yeah, man, if I had one bottle of water and everyone was thirsty, it would sell really well.
So everyone's thirsty for Copans is what you're saying. Tell us some other news that doesn't involve awesome, superior Daihatsu supercars.
No, Martin, I'm going to take your supercar talk and raise it to the Lamborghini talk. Lamborghini this year, and Martin's very smart. I told you that last week.
Thanks, man.
I like him very much,
Appreciate
and he's
the compliment.
smart. Sometimes
Very,
he
very
says
kind.
dumb shit.
All the time.
And I do too.
Yeah, all the
So
time.
we get along fine. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? I don't know, like the number 23, that's great. We agreed on that, didn't we? Because last year was 2023.
Oh, that was great.
Now we're 2024, which is a square.
Yes.
But the square has triangles on each end, and that's gross because they've got 3 sides. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. So anyway, Lamborghini this year They passed the 10,000 cars sold mark for the first time ever.
As in they've sold 10,000 cars
They've sold like
total?
9,000 and something, or they sold 5,000 and something.
No, wait, per year or ever?
Per year, in a 12-month period.
They sold 10,000 Lambos?
More than 10,000. They sold 10,000 and something.
Way more than 10,000 crypto bros in the world who all want their Lambo.
Guess who's buying them?
Crypto bros.
Young people, younger people,
Crypto
because older
bros.
people don't want them.
Tech
but
weirdos.
Why, over 2023, why did they suddenly sell so many Lamborghinis? Can anybody guess it? I'll give you 5 seconds to write it down in the comments.
Everyone cashed out their crypto whale holdings.
They made an SUV.
Oh!
They made the Janus. Sorry,
No,
the Urus.
It sounds like a
They made the Urus.
uterine infection.
The Urus is makes up around 60% of their sales.
Do you know why?
And so...
No, sorry, continue. When you're done, I'm going to add a thought to your thought. Please continue.
And
SUVs.
so they used to sell like 5,000 cars or something. Now, 60% of the cars they sold last year was the Urus. And so that's like 6,000 of them, and they sold 10,000 and a bit of something. Anyway, supercars making SUVs, I'm not into it. Lotus did it as well.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. But I'm only not into it because it's like if I want an SUV, I won't buy that. But I understand what they're trying to do. But I think, that said, Porsche, I think they saved their asses by making Macans and Cayennes and stuff like that.
It's actually, and it pains me to say this, it's what people want. They want SUVs.
I don't want
They
that.
want to max it, a lot of people, not us. Because you're a hatch guy and a coupe guy. I'm a wagon person, I reckon.
Yeah.
And maybe a convertible person.
Would you rather have a Q7 or an RS6?
RS6.
Okay, all day. Would you rather have an RS4 or an i20N?
Ooh.
Oh,
Can I all-drive convert the
Martin.
i20N?
No.
Oh, then I want the other one. I want the all-drive.
I just asked you if you wanted an RS4 or a Hyundai, and you thought about it.
Yeah, because I've owned an RS4 already. It's all about the experience, like buying a Cope. And people really want SUVs. Why they want SUVs? The answer's obvious. They've got families. They're convinced wives
You
and
don't need
husbands.
an SUV for that.
And
You can have a wagon. It's trends.
It's true.
It's trends.
You reckon it's trends?
Absolutely,
I don't
it's
agree
trends.
trends.
Man,
because they're so ugly.
How many SUVs were there in the 80s? Land Rovers, would you call them an SUV?
Yeah, I guess so.
Really? It's
Well,
like,
they were
my
more like
mum had a
real
VL
four-wheel
Commodore station wagon. Great. Loved it.
You reckon it's
Back
a
seats
trend?
go down. Hello?
Be interesting to know exactly, but all I know is they're so popular, and also you don't just buy a Lambo to have the Lambo experience. A lot of people are buying it to go, I got a Lambo. Like, it's the ultimate. I want the best of anything. I think some of these premium brands like the Louis Vuittons and Vulgaris and Sauvage and all those guys, I can't even pronounce them.
Oh, is that the Johnny Depp sausage?
Yeah, a lot of those like brands are, collectively worth more than Nike. And 80%
Do you own
of the
any
world,
expensive clothing items? Anything at all? Anything?
I think
Maybe motorbike jackets, because they're
10
functional.
years ago, I think I bought like a leather jacket that's like a motorbike jacket. No.
Oh no, that was like $150.
I try and buy good quality shoes because then because I'm on my feet all day and working on cars all day, I don't want to have sore feet and sore back. But that's like I don't care what they look like. I want stuff that works. Function,
I heard recently that somebody got like a Louis sausage bag and then a fake Louis sausage bag and pulled them apart, and I think they were the same. And I think what somebody was suggesting is that the Louis sausage workers go, there's all the real stuff, and then sneak in later and make more bags. This is all allegedly, but it's like, I don't think we're in a period now of fakes. We're in a period of illegal stuff being made from the same source.
Yeah, and implied value, because there's some great videos out there anyway of these premium brands. We've gone on a mad tangent, but you can get these videos. You can see these videos where people pull apart a expensive handbag, whatever it is,
That's what I'm talking about.
And then work out the value of each individual part.
Oh, right.
And they can get like a $500 really small purse or coin wallet, whatever, and work out that there's legitimately $30 worth of material in there, and the rest is the technique. And that's worth something, the craftsmanship, but also the scarcity is worth something. I would argue the scarcity of a Lambo SUV. But you said 10,000 units in a year?
Yeah.
Interestingly, Subaru Australia, this came up in the news, Subaru Australia have had like a record-breaking year of selling SUVs. They sold 40,000 of them in Australia.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's 40. Is that like, that's nearly, is it 800 a week?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Every single week. That's like 100 a day. Some crazy number like that of SUVs. So that's Outbacks, Foresters. They call them the Crosstrek. It used to be called the XV. Now it's called the Crosstrek. It's turbo.
Because there's supply now as well.
Well, that's it. That was going to be my next point, is that, all during COVID and that, you couldn't get cars. There was no manufacturing. Now it's sort of, in some ways, catching up, and people are buying cars. And they're buying them. And interestingly, the best-selling sports car of 2023, want to take a stab?
MX-5?
No. No.
No.
Not GR86. Not even Mustang.
Not an 86?
Nope.
The BRZ?
BRZ.
Which is an 86? Sort of?
86 is a BRZ.
Really, BRZ?
More than BMW 2, more than a Ford Mustang. They had like, I think
that's not surprising though.
But they only had to sell 1,600 of them to be the best selling. What does that tell you? 40,000 SUVs and 1,600 sports cars.
Yeah, it means sports cars are over, man. That's what that means. Unless you're living in that little sliver of the niche, it's like it's not happening anymore. And a lot of this comes down to profitability. And I think that Volkswagen that owns Lamborghini, they were like, did Lamborghini get caught up in all this supply shortage stuff? No. Volkswagen prioritised Lamborghini stuff to make sure they got components. Why? Because the profit margin on a Lamborghini, I think, is higher than anything else. So this is the thing, because, you know, we're talking about getting a Golf, there would be small bits, but then when you make a premium car, there's less. Anyway, we're moving on. One other bit of news that I think is interesting is that number plates, they're worth a lot of money. We're talking about cred, we're talking about people that are into that stuff. The number plate just sold in New South Wales, which was the number plate number 1. Did you hear about this in the news?
I did see it, but I didn't see the
number. Did you see what it sold for?
No. I saw it was for sale.
$11.5 million is what it sold for, with buyer's fees and stuff on top of that, auction fees or whatever it is, went up to $12.4 million. There was a flurry of people kind of right at the end doing that. I believe it is the highest number paid for any number plate in Australia, but not the highest in the world. There is a number plate that says P7 that's in Dubai that sold for the equivalent of $22 million. My conspiracy hat, though, would say is that I believe, Martin, and I haven't researched this, but I believe that there is no capital gains to be paid on number plates, which means if you buy a number plate for $1 million and you sell it for $2 million, you get all the money. If you'd bought a property for $1 million and you sold it for $2 million, depending on a bunch of various tax things, they would go, well, you've made $1 million, it's not your principal place of residence, therefore we want our 50%, 30%, whatever that is. So I think some people are buying them to invest, and other people are buying them for the cred, because if you've spent $12 million on a number plate, your number plate most likely is worth more than your car.
Yes.
Because what cars are worth more than $12 million?
Paganis?
Not many.
Not many.
So there it is, people.
Crazy number. Yeah, it is a tax thing, absolutely. And the number plate thing in New South Wales anyway, it's actually difficult to sell a number plate to someone. Like, you can't just get your plate off your car and give it to your mate, or like you've kind of got to fill out this form and you've got to say your relation to that person.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's to prevent this kind of thing, but then again, if they're selling it at auction, there must be a way. There's probably some different category or class of them. Speaking of number plates, I was recently in the USA and I saw Brian from Hasport. You might remember him from the video that those guys on that other channel did.
Check it out.
With our K-swapped Honda Civic.
Check it out.
Incidentally,
What a lovely dude, by the way. Sorry to cut you off, but one of the loveliest dudes that I've met in Carland for a long time. A big fan of Mighty Car Mods and also a big fan of my music. He was very demonstrative of his care and interest in our show, and just a lovely dude. So we don't often go and check out a channel or do whatever, but I would suggest have a look at his, because he's just a good bloke.
And he's an absolute expert on Hondas and has lived and breathed it for a long time. Anyway, I went and visited him in Arizona, which was awesome. And I wanted to show you two things. One is that he has a Honda Ridgeline, which I only discovered when we were researching for this show maybe a year ago, going, what's this? It's a Honda Ute. He's got one of the new ones, actually, and the ugly old one, but the new one is a really cool looking car, and I did get a chance to see it. Which was pretty cool, so I kind of wish we got them here because they look like a really nice ute. The other thing is, number plates there, whatever, you just pay like $60 or something and you just get to own. You can have whatever combination you want. But the one other thing you had, which was really cool, was what's the electric moto compo called? Moto Compacto?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
He had one. Check this out. All right, I've come to visit Brian all the way in the United States just to have a go of his moto compo. That's not true. I come to say hi and check out his various Civics, like this awesome EF. With that in it, which looks amazing. But this is what it's all about, people.
When this comes out.
Oh, this is so cool, man. Push to release. It's not even a Moto Compo, it's a Moto Compacto.
Yeah.
Same.
The seat.
That's great. $1,000?
$1,000.
$1,000 US, Moto Compacto. Look at it. Press to turn on?
Yep. Hold it. 100% battery.
Look at it.
And it has two settings.
VTEC and
One,
non-VTEC?
yeah, exactly.
There we go. That's
Double click for number 2.
That's VTEC.
Now it's a VTEC.
VTEC!
does 15 miles an hour. It has 14-mile range.
Wow.
And look, it's like a billboard.
It does burnouts, look.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
All right, now I've done that and go back to Australia. Bye. So I got
cool.
to ride a little motor compactor.
That's cool.
It was so fun, man.
Is it just basically an electric scooter, but you sit
It's
on
an
it?
electric scooter, but way less comfortable because there's basically no suspension.
Oh, okay.
And on a scooter, you stand up, so your knees are suspension, but on a motor compacto, it uses
Your
your butt.
butthole is the suspension.
But I noticed with our old motor compos, they do have very simple suspension, but it makes a difference.
It does.
The motor
And
compo
decent tyres for how small they
tyres
are.
and a big seat.
Yes.
And that makes a huge difference. So the motor compo is absolutely like more comfortable and usable, but it smells like a boat, whereas the motor compactor you can use anywhere.
Great. Everybody, let's move on to My Crap Car. Every week on the weeks that we do this and somebody sends something in, we like to see your crap car. This week we're checking out a 1965 Mustang.
Hello, I'm John from the United States in Indiana, and I want to show you my crap car. This is my 1965 Mustang. I got it in 2017. It was my aunt's before that, sitting in a shed for about 13 years. In 2017, my grandpa and I painted it with your regular Rust-Oleum from a hardware store. You can see I brush it up with a brush. So I do not care where I drive this or when I drive it. It is a car that I love to drive. It's relatively stock on the exterior. Haven't really done anything but keep it looking good. Now, suspension wise, I autocross this car, so I race it pretty hard. There's a rear end from a 1995 Mustang, or no, a 1995 Ranger. The disc brakes that I put on the back are from a 95 Mustang, both of which I found at a junkyard. And then up front, the disc brakes are from a 1968 Mustang. I also put V8 springs up front for lowering it and stiffening it up. Now, being America, contrary to popular belief, this does not have a V8. This has the original inline 6, which I've hopped up a little bit with a electronic ignition, some relays that, because the car never had any. It has a single barrel Weber carburetor and some headers which run out to a dual exhaust, which sounds fantastic. All of the wiring I've done myself, as the car did not have much to begin with. Moving on to the inside and creature comforts. First, our factory air conditioning. Now my air conditioning is on. And now it's off. It's pretty good. Put new door cards on recently. And carpet, which makes it very nice in here. Makes it a little warmer too. The rear seat I found in another junkyard Mustang. Trying to keep things budget friendly. I absolutely love the horizontal speedometer. It's my favorite part about the interior here. I added a tachometer, some other gauges to see things because that's useful, and an air fuel meter, which has helped immensely with tuning the carburetor. I like also is I have the factory option for electronic wipers. There's one speed and one speed only. Now I would like to start this up for you. Idle's nice and smooth. It's pretty quiet, but from that dual exhaust, you can hear almost 4,000 RPM of revs. It gets angry. Makes a whopping 90 horsepower and 130 foot-pounds of torque. I autocross this car as hard as possible, as it is so much fun to drive. And that's my crap car. Thank you, Mighty Car Mods.
Thank you very much.
Still exists.
We love seeing your crap cars, and particularly ones that are old.
Especially ones that still exist on the road for that long, because it does take a level of commitment. It does take a level of commitment to keep a car on the road for that long. Registering it, insuring it, keeping it undercover, all that sort of stuff. Good on you.
We'd love to see your crap car. You can send a video into mycrapcar at theunicorncircuit.com. Martin, I do believe next up it's time for...
I got a big one. Conspiracy hat tinfoil.
Meow.
This week on Conspiracy Hat Cat, I got a big one, people. This was going to be a news item, but then I realised it went a couple of extra layers deep, and Conspiracy Hat Cat is the perfect place to discuss things that go deep like an onion, right the middle bit with the little green bits.
Someone complained that we cut the meow off. Because it goes ding, 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 meow, and I think that little graphic we'd cut it off, and now it's back in again.
That seems like a reasonable thing to complain about. Of all the things going on in the world right now, you can complain about Conspiracy Hat Cat title music.
No, but I'm sorry about that. But the conspiracy is that they believe there was too many cat meow. Like there was a conspiracy about why it was removed. That we were trying to get attention from viewers by removing the cat.
Well, it worked.
And we did get one email about it.
I saw feedback that I play with this too much.
Did you really?
Yeah, someone said you always grab this. Oh, I didn't even know I did it. Because this is our fat mat.
It's very tactile.
Fat mat's tactile.
Oh, really you know what? Grab a fat mat and just take 20% off by putting Unicorn 20 in.
That's a mad deal.
Do that.
Fat mat.
Just do that right now. Martin, tell me your thing.
The European Union, I'm going to read this bit.
I've heard of her.
The European Union, what?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Has demanded, no, that's not what happened anyway. Has demanded that all new vehicles must be fitted with what they term as an event data recorder, a device similar to an aircraft black box that stores critical information in the event of an accident. Now, is this rife for abuse or what? Allegedly, backtrack. I was in the States recently. I noticed there's a shit ton of places that you can get drive-through coffees.
So many, Martin.
Drive-through coffees
they drive through everything. I went to one place, because we were both in the States last week.
Yep.
Some places, you couldn't go in there.
No.
It was only drive-through. Never seen that before. That's some weird American stuff. We don't have that in Australia.
Just after I saw Brian, I went up the hill towards Flagstaff, I think it's called, and it started pissing snow. And you just sit in the drive-through and get your coffee while it's snowing. It was a real trip. Anyway, it got me thinking.
Why were you getting a coffee?
I wasn't getting a coffee. I got like some mad Christmassy cinnamon thing.
Oh, okay.
It was so good. No,
okay.
I'm not getting that.
Okay, don't try and freak me out,
I found out that actually these black box data recorders allegedly are actually being used by the big three coffee companies for market research. The big three have been tracking your car data at the coffee ordering window. They're using voice identification software because if you look closer, there's a sign saying we reserve the right to use blah, blah, blah. You know how the speaker's always like, we can't hear you, speak up. It's because they actually need it to be clearer so they can hear what your coffee order is, and then they triangulate that data and overlay it with the data from your black box, whatever it is. When you know that big long agreement that you scroll through and you don't read, then you press agree, guess what? Starbucks and everyone else is in there, man. Tim Hortons, all of them. Everyone. Gloria Jeans, does that even exist anymore? Probably not.
I don't know.
Allegedly, they have been tracking and they've been linking your credit card history, your voice, and your history of where you've been coming from your event data recorder to guess what coffee order you're going to be putting through.
Why?
So they can sell you more coffee. Have you noticed? That's the other thing. And in America, have you noticed that it's like the smallest one is called tall? and then the next one is called jumbo, and then the next one is called like grande or
Oh,
something.
they're big. I asked.
What's wrong with small, medium, and large?
Martin, I went and saw a basketball
I said,
game.
give me the smallest one.
I've never seen one. And I said, I had the smallest one, and it was the size of our biggest one.
It's off its face.
Here's the other thing I don't understand. Someone explained this to me if you live in America, right? I went to this place and they offered me small, medium, large. And then I said, I'll just have small. And then they go, by the
Don't
way,
you need a bigger one to make it fit?
it's unlimited refills.
Oh.
So why would you get a big one and pay more and then unlimited refill that when you could just unlimited refill the smaller one?
I saw a lot of signs that said unlimited refills next to the sign that says, please don't bring a gun. You know what I mean? Like unlimited refills seems to be, whenever there's a drinks machine, it's either you have unlimited or you don't, and it's a thing, and people will make their decisions based on it. I also noticed a lot of those dispensers don't have soda water. They've got plain water.
No, they don't.
Plain water. Occasionally you'll get one with a little tab next to the pink lemonade that's soda water, and
Yes.
that's a win. And if they've got it, but most of them don't. That's next.
Fanking. Fanking is the delightful art of recontextualising a product's name by taking a photo of it down near your crotch. We've got a Fanking Facebook group. You can find it by looking on fankbook.com. You can find it there. Martin, we're just going to dive straight into it this week because, boom. Martin, hot squeeze. Oversized load.
Wow.
Now, what I like about this person is
positioning.
he's at work and he's just like, here's me at work, and that's great, and he's covered up his face.
Good on you, mate.
So well done. Good. Thank you for.
That's a good-looking crane.
Your boss was paying you right now, by the way. So
boss.
let's not show them that. Triple size balls, Martin. How you doing? You all right? What's wrong? You good?
That's good. That wasn't me, but I hope to get my. I actually submitted a fank this week
Martin,
on the Facebook
that looks like
page.
your thumb.
No, but I was hoping to get in, but I never know if I'm going to get in. But I don't tell him.
Did I choose it or not?
I don't tell him so that it's chosen, so it's not unfair bias.
All right. Well, let's see. That does look like your thumb, but you don't have a blue
not me.
carabiner.
Not me.
That's not you. Root.
Yes,
That's
the very
you.
next fank.
That's you,
The
Martin.
very next fank is me.
But you haven't. You're wearing the same clothes.
No, I'm not. I've
Yes,
got
you
different
are.
shoes on, different shorts on.
Dude,
They're
you're
grey
wearing
shorts.
the
These
same-
are black.
When did you take that?
2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you upload to the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't tell him, so that
Okay.
sometimes if my
But
stuff's good, I get selected.
Do you know
Yes,
what though?
But not fank of the week.
I don't look for the names. I just go photo, drag, photo. Oh, there's another penis. No. Photo, drag, photo, drag. I'm not actually looking at who did it. Well done, Martin. You legitimately
Yes,
got me.
root trainer.
Well done. Moist and meaty burger. So much
Dog
girth.
food, is it?
Mutton cock butter
Yeah,
for
well done.
daily skin therapy. It's Palmer's. So
Nice.
it's Palmer's cock butter daily skin therapy. Softens rough, dry skin. Well done.
Oh no, we're not up to that yet.
Next up, we've just got Blow. Good job. And how's
Nice
the
pink
jandals?
shoes.
Nice
Yeah,
pink
very
sandals.
good.
Martin, we've got Fank of the Week. Your drum rolls are getting worse and
They're
worse as
supposed
you
to
get old.
do 200 drum rolls, man. We're getting up there.
120 or something.
Something like that.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Dad's home. So anyway, there's Ding Dong, but I've got a bonus Fank of the Week that's not Fank of the Week, but it is Fank of the Week just because of what it is. It's Fanks. Well done. You
That's
got
like
Fanks.
4 dimensions deep. If you want to submit your fanking, you can go on the Facebook Fanking group.
You get
Fanking
nothing.
Daily.
You don't even get e-fame
you
because
don't
there's
get
not enough
nothing.
people watching this show. We have like 38 people
42.
watching, so you're not going to get anything. But
We've got an exciting little last segment. This is Mailbag. This week on Mailbag, something very exciting happened. So not long ago, and by not long ago I mean like 3 episodes ago, which was actually in 2023, which is a grot year, we did a shout out because we wanted some Snickers. And we didn't hear anything back. We're like, well, that was a fail.
And
but
we're like,
then ding dong,
ding dong,
Fanking.
something happened.
Someone's home.
Snickers are important to me because it was the only chocolate I was allowed to have when I was young. My grandma would bring me like a little party mix one, and I'd eat the chocolate off, put it in the fridge the next day, eat the nougat after the and when my grandma died, I did tell this story to her funeral. I took a big bowl of Snickers, and people ate that because she gave them to all the grandkids, which was great. So a little while ago, we called out Domino's, and we're like, is anyone actually listening out there in the social medias? Can you send us a pizza? They sent us a pizza live on the show, which was amazing. Then we called out Boost Juice, Janine Ellis, I think her name is.
I think we got a Boost 1 voucher, but we
No, they sent 2 juices and I drank them both. So they
Where's my juice?
I drank it.
Did you actually?
I did.
What a rip-off.
They gave
Well, this is all mine then. Where's
They
the
gave
box?
me a card, like a QR coupon code thing, and they put 2 drinks on it.
So
and
luckily they sent more than one.
And I ordered them both.
I know this.
All right, our camera just died because of all of the excitement. These are made in Australia now.
In Ballarat.
They're made in Australia, so thank you very much
And
to
the
Snickers for sending
packaging
them out.
You can recycle the packaging now too, which is cool. Not plastic anymore.
That's amazing. If you get an order in,
Chuck one in.
we might include one of these. We've got a lot.
We don't know how many. Plenty though.
Well, 50, 100, 150, 200.
Do we have 150 of them?
Oh yeah, there's 150. Thank you for sending them. I'm calling out now, Martin. I'm calling out CHUPA CHUP. CHUPA CHUP make lollipops, and I reckon we can send lollipops out to the people. So not to diminish the Snickers, thank you very much. But so far we have a 100% success rate.
Yep.
Every single company that we've said, are you on social media? Are you watching? Are you listening? Has come through with the goods. It's not about, guess what? We can afford to buy a Snickers bar. We're just trying to see
It's just fun.
if they've got the finger of the pulse of the young people. If they don't,
fun.
we're not going to shame them or anything. We just want to see. CHUPA CHUPS. Contact us. You don't have to send us 5,000 CHUPA CHUPS. We just want to know if you're out there and you're listening. Snickers, thank you very much. Our camera died. We'll fix it. We are very professional. See you next episode. Bye.